Iphigenia and Aulidi, alpha and beta. Epe paris ho tu priamu huios, when Paris, the son of Priam, got that genitive sandwich there. Your main verb here is herpasen, from harpazo, meaning to steal or snatch. Please note this sigma is the third principal part aorist form. So again, when Paris, the son of Priam, seized Tain Helena, Helen, Tain Gunaikatu Menelau, the wife of Menelaus. Pantes hoi ton Helenon Basileis, all the kings of the Greeks. This Basileis here is our nominative plural, third declension noun, like Basileus, eoseos, eaiseon, euseas masculine, bur. Agamemnonos keleusantos here, genitive absolute. After Agamemnon ordered, since Agamemnon ordered, probably not although Agamemnon ordered. Pros Troian, to Troy, they deliberated to make a stratia, to make a invasion, to go to war. Hos kataxontes here is a participle phrase. This is a future participle. With that host there is used for purpose. So therefore, in order to lead back the queen Basileon of the Spartans, meaning Helen. So to recap that whole sentence, when Paris, the son of Priam, seized Helen, the wife of Menelaus, all the kings of the Greeks, since Agamemnon commanded, decided to wage war, to mount an expedition to Troy. Hos kataxontes, in order to lead back the queen of the Spartans. Sulegomenu de eis ten audida pantos, this entire phrase from Sulegomenu to nautiku is a genitive absolute. So we've got a genitive noun and a genitive participle in a sentence for no good reason. Yes, it's very long. It's still a genitive absolute. So this is a present participle and it is passive. So while the fleet, and what fleet is this? This is the entire fleet, pantos nautiku, of the Greeks, was being gathered at Aulis. Aulida here is the accusative form of Aulis, third declension noun. Another participle, but this time it is in the nominative case because it is modifying the nominative Agamemnon. While Agamemnon was hunting, as Agamemnon's hunting, any of those are fine. And he is the subject of apektenon, the aorist of the verb apokteno. He killed a certain holy deer of Artemis. And thus, in this way, hutos, he angered the goddess, tentaan here, referring to Artemis. If I were to ask you what Hieran and Tina modify, they both modify elephon. Now, you may be wondering, wait, that's a feminine adjective. Yes, elephos is a second declension feminine noun. Tina also modifies it. Pemsasa here is an aorist participle feminine nominative singular, and it's referring to Artemis, the goddess. She's also the subject of the sentence. So therefore, after sending, I like translating aorist participles as after sending Opposing winds, enantius here, adjective modifying anamus. After sending opposing winds, Artemis shut off the sailing of the Greeks, the expedition of the Greeks. But you can see the word plune here is related to pleo, to sail. This is the noun form of that. And now we've got a bunch of datives here. And the reason why we have datives is because Calchas, Hamantes, the prophet, the foreseer, prophesied to. And so he's prophesying to people. We've got dative indirect objects. Husi here, very tricky. This is a participle. It's a dative, masculine, plural participle modifying hegemosin. So a good translation for that might be Calchas, the prophet, prophesied to the leaders, being in a pickle, being who were in a pickle. Any of those are fine, since they were in a pickle, since they were in a difficult situation. Haughty, he prophesied that the calm, Nehemiah, would not stop. This is a future optative. You do not need to know this for the quiz. We'll talk about this more next week. Ame, the storm would not stop until or unless, either's fine, the general sacrificed his daughter Iphigenia. And then Agamemnon forced Tainpaida, the girl. It's a Tainpaida, and so therefore it's a girl, not a boy. Was forced, I apologize, passive voice here, was forced to send for Metapempsthastai, the girl from Mycenae, to Aulis. Genitive absolute again, since it's got an aorist participle, after is always a good choice. After the elders spoke, lexanton presbone. By the way, that's also one of those eus eais own. Use eas masculine. After the elders spoke that Achilles, the son of implied, with this genitive here, son of Peleus, the Basileus, king of the Myrmidons, would marry her. More on that later. Again, it's something called an optative. We'll talk about it next week.